Place, Bodine's, and Carson Valley Inn now through November 21st.
If you've handled guns for any length of time, you're going to have dropped a gun somewhere along the way. It's just a matter of course. It happens, just like dropping your cell phones.
A popular gun on our city streets, and it does not have a common safety measure, as one man found out inside the Sparks Century theaters. You might remember 6 weeks ago, a single shot rang out inside the theater at the Sparks Century 14.
Sparks investigators immediately called Fernando Eaglehart's shooting an accident and left it to the city attorney to decide whether to charge him with anything. The city is charging him with discharging a firearm on public streets, but we've also uncovered proof there's a very popular gun out there that can accidentally fire. 56-year-old Fernando Eaglehart was getting ready to watch The Bourne Legacy when a single shot rang out. A shot which came from his Walther PPK. Eaglehart doesn't want his face shown on camera, but he wants people to know
I'm a very abiding citizen.
In fact, he has an elite military career.
I handle weapons in the military, and being a armed security in California, Pinkerton Security, I handled the gun very well.
Which is why, when he shot himself, he was so surprised.
I love that gun so much. They call it the Rolls Royce of the pocket pistol.
He purchased the gun from a local store, not knowing that in 2009, his gun was recalled for accidentally firing.
The city attorney office told me that, don't you know that your PPK has a recall? No. We're sitting like this, and this thing slide out on the back of the seat. I'm assuming it's like this. Pow!
A bullet is only fired from any gun when the firing pin inside hits the back of the casing. The firing pin gets its motion from the hammer, and with a double action, semi-automatic, hammers remain decocked. But the Walther PPK hammer can still depress about 1/16 of an inch.
See, with the safety off, the hammer is not blocked and it's allowed to touch the firing pin.
So we put Eaglehart's gun to the test with Sierra Firearms' Mike Robbins, a gun expert with 27 years at the Washoe County Sheriff's Office, 11 as the department's range master.
In charge of the range, in charge of training, in charge of qualification shoots, in charge of academy training, in charge of special team training.
Needless to say, you know what you're talking about.
I hope so. Use an empty primed case. This is a .380 case with the bullet and the powder removed. So with the safety off, excuse me, if I tap the hammer, it should pop that. Voila. Drop the gun, it goes bang. Drop guns going off are not at all uncommon. It happens probably weekly across the country and daily across the world. Some guns have enough safety features built in with the firing pin safeties to prevent that. So if they're dropped, they won't go off. This particular one does not. I've not used one of these guns, and so I was unaware that it did not have a firing pin safety in it. So I would have carried it the same way.
There are signs posted in the theater windows saying firearms are prohibited. Now, representatives of the Sparks City Attorney's Office declined an interview for this story, but say they do continue to pursue Fernando Eaglehart's case because they believe he was negligent.
And in this case, it was an accident. It fell out of the man's pocket, fell on the floor, and went off and shot him. And I think he's paid the price pretty much for that already.
Eaglehart is being arraigned this Wednesday. If you own a Walther PPK and want to see if your gun's included in the recall, you can head to our web channel, kolotv.com, and click on Hot Topics.
Well, a pair of Reno Aces have been honored by the Diamondbacks.
Plus, a Reno football player has signed a new NFL contract. Details up next in sports.